Our next author is the author of Overcome Thyroid Symptoms and Love Your Life, the personal guide to renewal and recalibration. Vannette Keast. Vannette, come on out here. Hello. So, Overcome Thyroid Symptoms. I love this book. I've had my own, I feel like I just only write books that I have these problems, but I have Hashimoto's. I know the many symptoms of thyroid, and I've been to the endocrinologist every year for, 20 years or so, and I've never thought about my thyroid in the way you do. Like, there's no endocrinologist I've met with that does it your way. So mostly I want to hear about the book, but you got to tell people about you and how you came to be the author of this book, because it is a journey.
Thank you so much, Angela. So I'm a medical intuitive and an empathic healer, and I have been doing this for over 24 years. So I've actually been someone who's observing the world and also observing the physicality of people for a very long time. And in approximately the last, since about 2012 particularly, there has been some very significant changes in the earth, in our environment. And what's happening as a result is I'm just seeing more and more thyroid issues. So hypothyroid, hyperthyroid, Hashimoto's, Graves. But, there's nodes, there's cancer, there's many different conditions that are related to the thyroid just not being efficient. And so my choice to move in this direction really in terms of the book, because like some of the other authors, there's many amazing things that I'm looking forward to writing more about, but specifically with this one, we are in such an important time, and there are so many people that are becoming increasingly unwell, the result of thyroid deficiency, that the awareness on this is it's timely, and it's really important for pets, for babies, for children, for youth, for adults. We all need support, in my opinion, with thyroid upset.
Wow. What will someone who reads the book discover?
Well, it's a practical guide in the sense that you're going to learn how to work with the physical body, but also to work with the emotional body and the spiritual body, because indeed it is the body, mind, and spirit, and it's really the coming together of all of those aspects that will allow true healing. It really can't happen on one level.
Okay, so we have to get real. There are many of us who maybe don't fit into the traditional mold, the traditional medicine mold, what society might expect from us, and it can be scary to put yourself out there, whether it's because your family might not accept you, your neighbors, people at your church. Like, there are reasons why we hide to keep ourselves safe. Witches were burned at the stake, and we have a whole, author cavalcade of witches that could have been burned at the stake for their beliefs. And let me tell you, there's some stuff in this book. There might be a pitchfork coming for you. So how was it? Have you ever found that to be a struggle? Because you always seem so confident in who you are and like you have it all figured out. But have you ever had a struggle to put yourself out and be seen?
Very interesting question. You do pick the good questions, don't you, darling? So the reality is that I have been knowing for a very long time that I needed to write this book. Begin to be more open and expressive with the information that I receive, because I am hearing messages and getting information, downloads all the time. When I see someone, I see many aspects of that person, and there is no doubt that I chose not to come forward for a very long time because I have many memories of being burned at the stake. Being someone who could see, and in past lives I've had some pretty gruesome things happen to me, and as an old soul and an amazing man who channels, Lee Carroll, his name is Cryon, who channels, speaks of us old souls as coming to earth at this time. And it's quite prophetic in some ways, but it's the notion that we are here to transition the world into a new time. And the thyroid gland is part of a really important aspect of our body that needs to be in line, and it can in many ways undermine our ability to be strong and healthy. And every single one of us as humans are going to need to align with a stronger sense of self and health as we go through the times. The world is in transition. It would be everyone can see that. We've got so many things that are going on that are really quite stressful, and it doesn't matter whether it's politics or whether it's the environment. There's just so many changes. And we all are here. This is a very special time to be, and we're here, so we need to be the best to be able to do the work that we have ahead of us.
I love having you next to me. I remember the day you shared some of that with me, and I knew that you were here to share this book for such a specific reason. And those of us who have gotten a thyroid diagnosis and felt, at least for me, for decades, like it was a medical situation, reading this book, I was like, oh, there's more going on. So if you have a hunch there is more going on with you or your thyroid, this is the book you want. Overcome Your Thyroid Symptoms and Love Your Life, The Personal Guide to Renewal and Recalibration by Vannette Keast. Thank you so much.